What's going on, you guys? What is going on? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 13, Episode 11. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys have had a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing. I should have brushed my hair before I came on here, but that's okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to push it back for like another hour, but that's okay because we are still here. And I'm in Central Time, so it works better for me because if I was still at home, it'll be 10 o'clock doing this video, so it really don't matter, but we're here. Hopefully you guys can see me well enough and all that other good shit. Why is it that I just not got a notification from my own video today? That's crazy, right? But anyway, y'all know we get this thing started at the 5-minute mark. Y'all know this already. So I know that Salt Lake City came on tonight, and of course I did say that I intend on covering Salt Lake City. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna watch it in the morning whenever I get up. I'm gonna watch it in the morning, and then I'm gonna do my live sometime in the afternoon and stuff like that. Probably gonna give y'all a little gossip live tomorrow. There's a lot that went on with Dame Dash with his damn weird ass and a lot of other things that happened today. So I might do Salt Lake City tomorrow and do like a little gossip live tomorrow. So hold y'all over or whatnot. Okay. What else do I got going on? So, but I ain't gonna bring. You know what? I'm gonna wait to the end of the video to talk about that. First of all, can y'all hear me? Because I feel like I'm a little too far away from my mic, but maybe if I turn it up some, I feel a little bit more, a little bit more confident in the sound. Can y'all hear me well enough? I just turned my mic up. Okay, so JB said I was good. Okay. Are you excited? Only 7 days away from your book being released. I am excited. I'm very excited. I'm just really looking forward to seeing what people think about it. It's one thing when your family and friends have heard your work, but it's another thing when the masses get to hear your work and actually review it and, say, and, basically tell what they think about it. It's a little different when that happens, but I'm very excited about it. I'm really, really waiting for the response for the book and everything. So, I cannot wait. It's a week away, and I didn't really think about it being a week away until earlier today. And I just posted that on Facebook because I do feel like I promote on my YouTube more than I promote on my social media. So I know that now that since this book is coming out in 7 days, I need to really get on it with the promotion as far as my social media goes. Because I mainly promote on my YouTube channel because I feel like that is the biggest part of my promotion is my YouTube channel. But then the web reality show is coming out in November, so that's gonna be more promotion for it. But can't wait for you guys to read it and things like that. Hopefully, I'm trying to get a lot of my YouTube colleagues to repost it and let people know to pick it up on Amazon and Kindle and stuff like that. So I'm very excited. Don't get me wrong, I'm so excited about it, but I really think that it's going to do well. Me and my publisher, we're looking for a top 80. We're looking to get into the top 80 on Amazon. That's what we're looking to. And hopefully we can. She really has faith in this book. She thinks that I can hit the top 80. And if I hit the top 80, that would be an accomplishment for me. But if I get higher than the top 80, that would be a blessing. Okay. So we're definitely going to do that. We need a trailer. You will be getting a trailer in just a couple of weeks. We got one more week of filming. Next week is the last week of filming for our reality show. We may do 2 or 3 one-offs, 2 or 3 pickup scenes in October, but really the last week of filming is next week. Last day of filming is next Saturday. So yes, the show is almost done. And our photo shoot is in 2 weeks. So yeah. We're almost done, and it's almost time for y'all to see it. But now that we're at the 5-minute mark, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get into this episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It was good. I don't care what nobody say. Love and Hip Hop is really good this season, and I know that a lot of people really don't be fucking with Love and Hip Hop like that these days. But I'm here to tell y'all that the show is good as shit this season. It's really good, and I really want you guys to really get into it. So we're gonna open this thing up with Jock, Zane, Kirk, and Scrappy. They have like this little men's retreat where they're getting like, you know, massages and rub downs and stuff like that. And here goes Zane basically saying that he feels like Kirk is really enjoying that masseuse a little bit too much. He's enjoying this woman rubbing all over him too much. Now let me tell y'all something. Y'all know that I'm not the biggest Kirk fan at all. Y'all know this already, but Zane really needs to shut the fuck up because he's just messy as hell with his graham cracker face ass. He just gets on my fucking nerves, honestly. And I think that he really should not be talking about nobody cheating on nobody, being that he's done the same thing to Ashley already. So he really don't need to be sitting up here talking about nobody cheating on nobody or saying anything about anybody, you know, doing anything, because ain't you finna get popped off and exposed about on next week's episode about you doing what you was doing up in London. So I'm really gonna need for you to really calm it the fuck down. Like, you're annoying. Like, for real, you're annoying. Like, I think that Zane is probably the most annoying person on this show, and he just do the most. And come to think about it, I really used to like Zane. That's the sad part. Like, before he got on this show, like, I like Zane's music, but he just irritating. But you know, when you on this show, when you're on these shows, people feel like they got to do the absolute most for some entertainment shit. And I know that for a fact. Jock's brother Kwame arrives, and I'm still stuck on the fact that young Jock is older than Kwame, when Kwame looked like he every bit of 8 years older than him. But that's another story. Scrappy says that, you know, he was glad to see that Kwame is out of jail, and he's happy to see him really trying to do his thing and really trying to be better in life and do better things. And he just want him to really do what he got to do. So then that's when Scrappy said, but the biggest thing that's going on with everybody in the camp is that we're all tired of the Frost versus Harris beef. And then everybody agrees that, you know, they're all tired of the beef. They tired of Kirk and Rashida beef, and they're tired of Rashida and Yandy beef, and they're tired of Kirk and DC beefing. Is really making it difficult for everybody in a group to have events due to the fact that they're beefing. So now that they're beefing, you know, people be like, well, Zane said it's hard to have events because of this beef. Like, it's always about, well, should I invite Kirk and Rashida to this one and not, you know, Yandy and DC? Should I invite Yandy and DC to this and not invite Kirk and Rashida? So it's a little bit difficult. My thing is that all you motherfuckers is grown, right? All you motherfuckers is grown. So it really don't matter who you invite, because at the end of the day, the beef really ain't got a damn thing to do with you. So if you want both parties in that motherfucker, invite both parties to that motherfucker. It ain't got nothing to do with you. So why the fuck is it so hard? It wouldn't be hard for me. I'm gonna invite whoever the fuck I want to. And it's up to you on whether or not you can't coexist with the person that you don't like. Like, y'all friends with everybody, so y'all should not be put into that place anyway. So Scrappy was like, well, I just want y'all to know that I did invite me and DC on the trip. And so that's when Kirk was in a confessional, and Kirk was like, Scrappy is saying that he invited Zane on this trip, and I'm looking at him like, I mean, not Zane, Scrappy invited me and DC on this trip, and I'm looking at Scrappy like, but why? Why are we inviting, you know, me and DC on this trip when you know I got to beef with him? But it's your beef. It's not theirs. It's your motherfucking beef. So why the hell he can't invite me and DC on a trip because you got beef with him? Just because you got beef with him, it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody else got to exclude them from everything. But see, this is the reason why I feel like Rashida and Yandy really think that they're king and queen in this damn show, because they really believe that they got everybody in the palm of their hand, and they feel like they can tell everybody else what they need to be doing and who they need to invite for something. That's really not the way that it goes. You can't tell nobody what to do. Everybody's grown. He can invite whoever the fuck he wants to on this trip. And Kirk, you're going to have to deal with it. Now, my thing is this. Kirk and Rashida do a lot of yapping. They do these interviews with folks. They talk shit about people. And then when these folks in the room, they don't want to do nothing. They don't want to say nothing. So it's just like, get the fuck out of here. So then Zane says, but here's my thing when it comes down to the Yandy and Mendici thing. When it was out there about Mendici, you know, everybody was like, oh, Yandy, leave that nigga, do this, do that. But then when it came down to Yandy getting called out for her part and like hopping on some dick in London, then everybody was like, yeah, girl, you better do that shit, blah, blah, blah. So they was talking about the double standards of it all. The only reason why people was championing Yandy on getting her some outside dick is because of the fact that Mendici been getting outside puss for years, allegedly. And on top of that, Mendici has never acted like he loved Yandy, and Mendici has never acted like he actually liked Yandy. He's never acted like he had any respect for her to begin with. So for a lot of us, we were like, if Yandy was out there doing her thug thizzle without him knowing, then who are we to be upset about it? And why would we be mad? And why does she need to be called out on her shit for doing what the fuck she wants to do? I don't understand why anybody would be mad with her anyway, because I ain't mad with her. Let her do what she do. He doing what the fuck he do, so why she can't do what she do? Like, man, DC been disrespecting Yandy for a long motherfucking time now, and she held him down on her Monica shit, on her you should have known better shit for all them years. And when he was on, I think that was on couples therapy, man, DC said he don't think that he could ever hold down a woman if she went to jail, but yet Yandy held him down for all the motherfucking years. Was fighting with your baby mamas for all them years. But Yandy is a damn fool, though, at the same time. So it's really hard to sympathize because she already knew what type of man she had from the very beginning. So to me, it's like, okay, what's really going on? Like, why is it so hard for you to let go of whatever? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's I don't know why is it hard for you not to deal with whatever, to be quite honest. Like, I just think that is ridiculous, if you ask me. Like, girl, bye. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know, Yandy should have been letting Mendici go a long goddamn time ago, to be real. Because he ain't never acted like he cared that much about her at all. It's funny how he got with her once she got on Love and Hip Hop. And I feel like he was using Yandy for her connects. He was trying to work in the music business. And he knew that her being on Love and Hip Hop was going to give him the visibility that he needed. That's all that was. He only hanging on for what she can do for him. And that's just what it is. So moving on to the next. We get into Sierra and Zay. Now, Sierra and her lips is in the studio doing another song. I say this and I can't say it enough. I'm so tired of these folks on Love and Hip Hop playing with the art of music. Y'all are not musicians. I'm really gonna need for y'all to stop playing in the studio. Y'all think just because y'all on Love and Hip Hop, a show that's about love and hip hop artists or musicians, y'all think that y'all can get y'all asses in the studio and eat a bunch of now-laters and have somebody else write y'all whack-ass rhymes and think that that's supposed to be some music. This is why music is terrible now, because people like Sierra and her lips is up here making music and she knows that she's really not a musician. Maybe that's just me because I'm a fan of music. I'm a fan of the genre. I'm a fan of just music in general. Like, I could, like, from my music, if you go through my damn playlist on my phone, I could go from motherfucking Adele to goddamn C Murder to goddamn Monica, all the way back to Britney Spears to goddamn Shabuzi. That's what my damn playlist consists of. So at the end of the day, I'm all about music in general. So when I see these people getting on this damn show playing with the art of music, it really pisses me off. And it makes these people that are not talented feel like they can get on here, get a record deal, and make music. That's why a lot of these untalented motherfuckers is out here right now, because of people like Sierra and the Lips. But maybe that's just me reaching and overreacting. I don't know. I'm annoyed. Just saying. Let's see where we at. So she says she wanted to make a song that's real Atlanta music, and because there hasn't been a lot of good Atlanta music come out in the last couple of years, she feels like this song can fill that void. My thing with Sierra is, girl, you can't rap. Stick to the ghetto girl eats. The only thing you know how to do is cook and blow your damn lips up like a damn hot air balloon. That's all the fuck you know how to do, because you can't make no damn music. And what the fuck make you think that you're going to be the one to bring back Atlanta music to the map? You're never going to do that. So I'm going to need for you to quit talking like you're going to do that, because you're not. There's nothing that you can do to bring back the real essence of what Atlanta music sounds like, because you're a joke. So why the hell would anybody want you to do that? That's all the fuck I'm telling y'all. For real. She irks me. You know, Sierra, when she gets to talking like that, she irritates me because she really overblows her head, like she overblown her lips. Like she gets on my nerves. And it just, girl, please. The music is not that deep. She said, I want to give Scrappy, you know, props on the Atlanta sound because, you know, we can't talk about Atlanta without talking about Scrappy. And that's when Cooley was like, hey, did Scrappy make another song? Then she said, oh, no, he made another song. I think he put out some new music. I don't know. But at the end of the day, we can't talk about Atlanta music without talking about Scrappy. Okay. Then she said about her making music, it gives her a voice. So she said, when I'm making my songs, I'm be talking my shit to all the bitches that I can't talk my shit to right away because I got businesses and stuff. But baby, when I get in the studio, I'm talking my shit to all them hate ass bitches. Sierra, girl, please. Girl, please get your ass out of here. That music you make don't be about a damn thing. I just need for you to realize that the music you make ain't about shit. It's not. It's not about anything. No one cares about your Atlanta music. No one cares, girl. No one. No one. We don't want to hear your music. We don't want to hear your music, but whatever, Sierra. So Sierra starts confronting like Cooley or whatever. And I guess he was talking about some shit that he said about Salma. And they said that Cooley and Salma were messing around. So put a pin in it. Remember when Ray Face said that Zay was the one who told him that Zell was talking shit about him and telling Bambi shit? And Sierra said that Zay didn't say nothing. That was a whole lie. Look at how messy this motherfucker is. What was that for him to say that Cooley and Salma been smashing? Zay is a messy ass bitch, and that's just what it is. He messy. So now, when Zay says that Salma been cheating on 24 with Cooley, Cooley pretty much admits that he nailed her. In so many words, he said, it really ain't no chick that nobody can say that I never nailed. Like, I nailed her. Like, you can't say I never did that because I did. Like, you can't never say that I ain't nailed no bitch. You can't never say that. And so, I don't think Sierra really believed him right away. So, he pulled out these text messages or whatever. He pulled out the text messages between him and Salma. And it's pretty obvious that Salma definitely been talking to this nigga and really been, you know, talking to him behind her husband back. So we really can't say that. We really can say that she really is talking to this man behind her husband back. She really is. And now it's kind of like, oh my God, I don't really like being up. And Sierra was like, oh my God, these are text messages. I really don't like being in other people's business. I don't really like knowing this shit or whatever. But Salma really been out here doing her thing for real. Girl, you claim that you don't like being in other people's business, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to come up. Excuse me. So then Cooley says, well, what about Carly and Bambi? What about that? And then that is when Sierra said, okay, what you not finna do is run through all my homegirls. That's what you not finna do. So basically Cooley for the streets, but he also said that Salma for the streets too. She just married to this nigga 24 hours. That's what she married to, but she out here frolicking around with these other niggas anyway, even though she married to somebody else. That's something else. That is something else. So then we get into Yandy. Judy is in town and she comes to talk to Yandy about everything that's been going on between her and DC. The first thing that Judy wants to get into is this whole notion about this whole man in London. Yandy says she never slept with no man in London. So then that's when Judy said, okay, but you saying you never slept with this man in London, but that's what the blogs are saying. Did you ever cheat on Mendici? Yandy admits to emotional cheating. And so that is when she said, did you ever take accountability? And then that's when Yandy said, well, we took accountability privately. There wasn't anything that we was going around talking to our friends about. Like, we talked about it amongst ourselves. We already dealt with this shit already. It's really nothing else to talk about. So then Mendici come in, and then Mendici says that accountability is not in Yandy's nature, which kind of makes me side-eye Yandy and Mendici, because it makes me feel like Yandy be lying. And everybody been saying for multiple years that Yandy be lying. So that's something we've always heard. But in the same breath, it's kind of like, what's really going on here? Because for Mendici to say that Yandy doesn't hold herself accountable, I don't think you really hold yourself accountable either. But he constantly says that those voice memos, my wife already knew that before they came out. But Yandy, I don't know what she be doing and what be going on with her. So I don't feel like she holds herself accountable for anything that she does. And Yandy might not hold herself accountable. She may be a grade A government stamp deflector. She just might be. I mean, I don't know, but we could always say the same thing about Mendici, because he's not really forthcoming either. Both of y'all haven't been honest about the things that's been going on in y'all marriage. And to be quite honest, yeah, that's y'all business. Y'all really don't owe us shit, but you're on a reality show that's about reality in your real life situations. And then we find out this shit in the blogs, and now it's forcing y'all to really address the real issues that's going on in y'all marriage. That's what this is really doing for y'all. And y'all are uncomfortable, and it shows. This is the most honest y'all have been since y'all been on this motherfucking show. Fuck the jail shit. Fuck all that. I'm talking about this shit, because folk been saying that Mendici ain't been no honest man for a long time, and you have always stood in the fire for him and always defended him and made yourself look stupid and dumbed yourself down for him in many, many ways when it came down to him. But now you're forced to address the issues that y'all been hiding from the public. And y'all are uncomfortable, and it shows. It definitely shows. It shows. So then Yandy and Mendici start arguing about water. And I thought that was the stupidest argument I ever seen, but it goes to show you that Mendici been having smoke for Yandy anyway. See, the smoke is already there. The smoke is already there. So it's kind of like, okay, what's really going on here? Why are you really mad, Mendici? Because if you really just tripping about some fucking water, it goes to show you that you been mad about something. Yandy been did something to piss you off, and you big mad about it, and you're taking a passive aggressive approach by getting mad about some fucking water. Like, that's what we doing right now. We're getting mad about water. That's what we're getting mad about. We're getting mad about water, of all things, water. Something that's not even that important, something that's not even that deep, but that's what we're getting mad about. Okay, so then it's pretty clear that they don't trust each other. That's what I'm getting out of this whole conversation with them. They don't trust each other. They don't really like each other, and they're piecing this shit together with Elmer's glue. That's what they're doing. So then Yandy says that she prefers love, and Mendici says that he prefers respect. Judy says that respect should come first. I think that love and respect goes hand in hand. If you respect somebody, that's one thing. If you love somebody, that's another thing. You can't say you respect me, but then you don't love me. And you can't say that you love me, but don't respect me. They go hand in hand. So that's my whole rhetoric when it comes down to the shit that Yandy and Mendici saying. They both not looking at this shit the way that they should. Because Yandy say, I'm about love. I'm about love. I'm about love. I'm about love. But without love, where's the respect? Mendici says, I'm about respect. That's all I care about is my respect. But what, without respect, why don't you have love to go with it? That's ridiculous to me. Like, you can't have one without the other. Both are just as important. So it's kind of like, y'all still not being real. Y'all need to just let this relationship go. And I ain't like you're married for real. And at this point, who the fuck cares? So it's kind of like, no. It's a lot more going on than they're admitting. Like, I can give them credit for being a tad bit honest about what they're going through right now, but I don't think they're being all the way honest. And they're really not being all the way honest about what they're actually going through at all. They're not being all the way honest. Because I'm going to tell y'all what I think in this next scene, in another scene that they do, because it's a whole lot that they're not talking about. But like I said, Yandy, the dude, is using you. He don't want you. That is the basis of the situation. He don't want your ass. He don't want you. He don't want you. So I don't understand why you can't see that he don't want you. He don't care about you. You looking crazy as fuck. Mendici don't care about you. Mendici ain't wanted you for a while now. And he's definitely showing you that he don't give a fuck about you now. So you may as well let him go. Because the more you hold on to him, the more you look fucking crazy. Let his ass go, Yandy. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Carly is opening up yet another goddamn restaurant. And everybody's there. So Carly and Rashida catch up. They discuss, Carly was like, I had to go back to my old Carly and check a bitch. Old Carly never checked nobody, but okay. Rashida was like, who you had to check, girl? Who you had to check? So Carly says that she had to check Jasmine. And then Rashida said, well, I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like I didn't know nothing about it because me and her sat down and talked and she told me what happened. And she said she was just saying all this stuff about Jasmine and all this stuff about Yandy and stuff like that, talking about her marriage and her husband and stuff like that. And I just didn't understand when and why she would ever do that. Okay. So then that is Yandy. So here go Rashida. Well, I'm not here to really talk about Yandy because that's your friend. But the only thing that I'm going to say about Yandy is that whenever someone tells her something about Mendicis, she's always going to deflect. It's so crazy how you can sit up here and see what everybody else do when it comes down to their man, but you can't see what the fuck you do. Because one thing that you would do is deflect. That is one thing that we know that you do. So I'm going to really need for Rashida to stop sitting up here speaking on everybody else's relationship and how they deflect, because you deflected the entire time that Kirk was out here fucking on Jasmine. You were sitting up here deflecting the entire time that Kirk was out here fucking on them two broads in that damn hot, in that nasty ass septic tank ass hot tub in season 2 with Benzino and Bobby Valentino. You have been deflecting since Kirk was sitting up here swabbing your baby that he was fucking you and impregnated you to have, and he still went and got a DNA test on that child behind your back. So you want to talk about somebody else deflecting about their marriage when you are the queen of doing so. Girl, shut up. Like, you do the same thing for Kirk. You can't sit up here and talk about somebody else's marriage and what the fuck they do. You do the same fucking thing. You are the queen of deflection. You and your weak ass husband. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, Rashida says that her conversation with Yandy went bad already, so she really don't want to talk about her because she knows that Yandy is her friend. Girl, bye. Sierra tells Zane that her and Zay have chosen not to go to Puerto Rico. I wonder why they chose not to go. So Carly thanks Zay for holding Sierra down, which I personally don't feel like Zay be holding Sierra down. Zay barely talks. And the only time that Zay want to open up his mouth to talk is when he want to start shit with these other couples. That's the only time that he want to open up his weak ass mouth. Because I be feeling like Sierra be going through this shit all by herself. And the thing is, the fact that you got a whole husband and you taking, antidepressants and drinking alcohol with this shit and your husband is not really doing anything to keep you from doing that, that's weird to me. It's giving weirdo to me. It's giving that your husband really don't give a fuck about you. That's what it's giving me, but whatever. So then that's when Zay tells Carly that Cooley wants to see her and that, he wants to fuck on her or whatever. All he knows that Carly is a sexologist. That's all the fuck he knows. And Sierra says that she needs to work on her mouth. I feel like you done worked on your mouth enough. That's why your lips look like 2 red rolled sausages right now, because you've been working on your mouth too much. I'm gonna need for you to leave your mouth alone. Fuck the sucking dick part. Your mouth don't need no more work. Leave your mouth alone. That's it. Carly asks who's going to Puerto Rico. Basically, everybody going. Salma name comes up, and Carly says that she's close with Salma. Never knew, because y'all ain't filmed no scene together. Next thing you know, Zay says that Salma is dirty as fuck. Okay, and I'm just like, oh my god, here he go running his mouth again, the same way he allegedly ran his mouth to Ray face about what Zell had to say about him. So then that is when Zay tells Zane that Cooley is fucking Salma. And he shows the text messages. I'm like, so you gonna start this shit, gonna tell Zane, knowing that Zane in 24 is real tight, real cool with Salma, all this shit. You gonna run your mouth about that, and then you gonna turn around and run from the situation. And what I mean by running from the situation, you're not even gonna go to motherfucking Puerto Rico. So you gonna start this shit, and you know Zane just as messy as you. So you gonna not go on a trip, but get this shit going, and now you're not even gonna be there to own up to your shit on the situation. I feel like that's fucking crazy. Do y'all think that's crazy? Because I think it's fucking crazy that you are not going to take any accountability for anything that you're doing. So you're gonna start shit with these folks, and you're not gonna address it or nothing. Like you're not gonna go to Puerto Rico after you set this shit off like Lil Boosie. Okay, Zane is a bitch ass nigga. I just want to say that. Okay. So we get into Kwame. He speaks with the troubled youth, which I'm glad that he's speaking with them. But I'm here to tell y'all that them boys in that damn room was not listening to nothing that Kwame was saying. Like they were all zoned out, in my opinion. Like they were just sitting there just looking. They was just like they wouldn't listen to nothing that Kwame was saying. And that just goes to show you that a lot of the times with the troubled youth, they really don't be listening at all. Like they don't listen. Like they just sit there, pretend like they listen, and this shit goes out of one ear and out the other. They don't give a fuck about nothing that Kwame is saying at all. And so Kwame basically stated that he felt like he had lack of a male figure in his life. He didn't have any male guidance, and that's why he was in the streets. But Jock thought that he was the male guidance in his life because he was 4 years older than Kwame, which I'm still surprised by because I thought that Kwame was the oldest. But he said he probably influenced him to be in the streets because he was in the streets. And to be honest, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's just what I feel. It is what it is, because it's like it's crazy to me. You know what I mean? Like he probably did. You know, sometimes you don't realize it because you're young yourself. But to me, I feel like sometimes when you're doing shit, you don't realize that you're influencing your younger people to do the same thing. I do know for me, and again, this ain't me trying to make things about me, but I know I have a younger brother. I'm 11 years his junior, and I never wanted my brother to be like me. I always tried to instill certain things into my younger brother, not to be like me. I'm not saying that I'm just a horrible influence or anything like that, because I'm not. Because I was never in the streets, and I was never doing weird shit that get me put in jail. Now I've made some mistakes, but I never just did no weird shit that got me put in jail, like go out in the street, sell drugs, doing any of that. But I did drop out of college. I did do that, and I wanted him to be able to not follow in my footsteps and finish off his degree and do what he wants to do. But even though I didn't do the things that I aspired to do by the age of 21, because I had a whole lot of stuff I wanted to do, honey. I wanted to graduate from college. I wanted to be out on my own. I wanted to be having my own radio show. That's what I went to college for, but it didn't happen that way. So I never wanted my brother to do some of the things that I did. But he still looked at me like a great influence because I did help raise him. I did help provide for him. So sometimes, even when you're thinking you're not doing the best as far as being a role model, you actually are doing your best. But sometimes when you think you're being a role model like Jock was, you're really not, because you're influencing him to do street shit that he ain't got nothing to doing. And look at him now. So I get where Jock was coming from. Kirk was talking about his experience growing up. All he knew was the hustlers. He grew up around hustlers, and when you was on welfare and had food stamps, that's the only other thing that you could do was go out and hustle and sell drugs because you could get money quick that way. That's what a lot of people do. Jock asked Kirk if he's going on the trip. Kirk says he wants peace, but Kendra isn't coming on the trip. So Yandy gonna be annoyed because DC coming, but Kendra not coming. So he gonna be annoyed. She gonna be annoyed. So let's get into this quick scene with Salma and 24. Now, it ain't really nothing besides the fact that they're harping on their ninth wedding anniversary. Salma says that they're locked in. She wants 24's full attention while they're on this trip. And 24 don't want nothing to ruin their trip. So that's all they talked about in that scene. It wasn't really nothing. So we get into Yandy. Yandy sits down with Keisha. And Yandy says that Mendici likes to pretend that they're good, but in all reality, they aren't. That's something that you have mastered, Yandy. You were the main one walking around here acting like whatever was going on with Mendici wasn't going on with Mendici, with you and Mendici, and you always made it a point to make everybody else act like that, make it seem like everybody else was crazy for even calling out the shit that you were doing that y'all were going through in the first place. Because at the end of it all, y'all were going through shit, but you tried to make it seem like y'all wasn't. Y'all were going through stuff. Like, what you mean? What you mean y'all were going through stuff? And so now that y'all are forced to talk about it, now y'all don't want to, y'all act like y'all can't accept the fact that people are digging into your ass about it. But you got to get over that, because you want to say that Mendici's pretending. That's something that you've been doing since he's been to jail. That's what you've been doing, is pretending like there's nothing going on. She says that she doesn't want chaos, but she also feels like Mendici doesn't hold her down. He's never held you down. If anybody was holding anybody down, it was you. You held him down. Like, what we talking about? You held him down, because I'm not gonna sit up here and act like there's no women out there that wouldn't hold their man down while they was in jail, because there are women out there that would do that. But what I'm saying is, he's a man that said that if his woman went to jail, he would not be able to hold her down the same way that she held you down. I mean, the same way that you held him down. Those were the words that came out of his mouth. So you should have known then that he really wasn't down for you the way that you down for him from the jump when he said that. I mean, that man don't give a fuck about you. He don't. And that's what you're not understanding. And now you're sitting up here crying to Keisha about it. And whatever, I understand that. But no, he's already shown you who he is, Yandy. So why are you acting like you new to this? It ain't true to. You already know what he gives. I don't understand. He been showing you that he ain't shit. Been showing you. And we all been seeing it for a long time. You just now starting to see it. But it was just your imagination. She says that she's not fighting for the marriage anymore. And he never tries to see if she's good. He never tries to see that you're good because he don't care about you. That man don't like you. He don't like you. Yandy, the man's using you. He don't want you. When are you going to realize that? She's now questioning who she's with. Now you're questioning it because everything hit the blogs. Now that's making you question him. Okay. She says that she doesn't have the same support that she gives him. You never have and never will. Keisha thinks that they should fight for the marriage, and Yandy proceeds to break down with no tears in her eyes. Next thing you know, Yandy and Mendici meet up for lunch. Yandy confronts him about the water. Mendici says that here you are arguing about small issues. It's not that deep. Like, you're trying to find a reason to argue. You're making something small bigger than what it is. And I just don't want to deal with it, as he would say. He didn't want to deal with it. Yandy says that Mendici should fight just like she is. And because there's a lot of things that she did not know about Mendici that she had to find out through other people. So Mendici was like, you want to talk about things that you didn't know, but there's a lot of shit that you didn't fucking know that I didn't fucking know about you. Like, do we need to go there? Do we need to talk about that? So when he said that, she got quiet. So once again, that lets me know that there is way more going on in this situation, and they both are letting on. So while we sitting up here going in on Mendici for being a fake ass nigga, Yandy been doing some fake ass shit too, but she always does do it. You feel what I'm saying? So when he said that, she got real quiet, and you could hear a damn church mouse piss on the ground when he said what he said, because she know that she been doing her own dirt. So then after that, they're going to saying Mendici says that he's been the only one fighting. And I felt like that was the funniest joke I ever heard. Because when were you ever fighting for this marriage? If anybody's been fighting for this shit, it's been Yandy personified. Yandy the only one that's fighting for this shit. You could give a fuck about this marriage. Let's be real and funky about the shit. You do not care. Stop acting like you do, because you don't. You really don't. So stop acting like you do care, because you don't care. Fuck out of here. So let's get more into it. So then, where we at? Yandy says that she's been fighting since they got together. So when she says that she's been fighting since they got together, I felt like that was a true fact. That lady has been fighting for that marriage since they got together. Even when people were saying that it wasn't real, which it wasn't, but even when people were saying shit about her and saying shit about their marriage and their relationship and shit like that, she was always the one trying to fight for whatever they had going on. She was always the main one trying to, lift him up and build him up, but he was never doing the same thing for her. And so when Yandy asks if they need space, Mendici goes silent and she gets up and walk off. So at the end of the day, Yandy, the man, is using you. He don't want you. I don't know how many times I got to tell you that. But you're gonna listen to what I say after a while. So we get into Puerto Rico. Salma and 24 are excited to be there. Ashley says that every trip that they've had has gone bad. And Zane says that he feels like a fake friend by sitting up in 24's face, knowing what Cooley said about his woman. So we already know what's going to happen now. Zane gonna be the messy bitch that he is, the male Carly Red, and tell 24 what he done heard about Salma. Can't say I'm really mad about it. Can't say that I'm really pissed off about it because 24 is his friend. So, I mean, if a man sitting up here saying that he banged your woman, then, how could I be your friend and not tell you what they were saying about you and your marriage? You feel what I'm saying? So I can't really be mad with Zane, but that doesn't change the fact that he's a graham cracker face ass bitch that like to start shit all the time. I can't say that enough. But y'all, that was my Love and Hip Hop Atlanta review, y'all. I got to tell y'all, this season is really, really good. It's good. We're already 11 weeks in. And I don't want this season to end no time soon. Like, I really don't, because it's really, really good. Like, this has been the best Love and Hip Hop season since the pandemic. Because I was just talking to Carl about it earlier today. We were talking about Love and Hip Hop. We were talking about our show, and then we got into Love and Hip Hop. And then it was kind of like one of those things where, remember season 10, they had that COVID season and didn't go well. Then they had to do a part 2 to that season. And then they brought in, Shakana back and all them other people back to the fold or whatever. And it was all right. But then they moved to MTV and it got good again. Because, the Erica and Bambi stuff, the Erica and Diamond stuff, that was pretty much hogging up the screen time, but it was still good. Season 12 was good too. But this season is much better than both of those seasons. Since it's been on MTV, this is probably the best season they've had since they've been on MTV. And I can't say that MTV probably was a good move for them because I know that Mona is no longer over the show. I don't necessarily know who's over it now. I know she still gets her production credit because she found this show or whatever, but Mona no longer produces this show. Somebody else does. But I can say that this show is really, really good. And I know that it would never be the glory days of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. But I think that they have a good cast. What they need to do is get rid of Carly. And they need to get rid of Kirk and Rashida. And they need to get rid of Yandy and DC. Them the only 5 people they need to get rid of. Let Sierra, Bambi, Ashley, Jessica White, Kendra, let all of them carry the show. They can do it on their own. They don't need Kirk. They don't need Rashida. They don't need Carly. And they don't need Yandy and DC. Let them other girls come and carry this show. Bring back Tokyo. I don't know why she was gone in the first place. Bring back Tokyo. Hell, bring back Akbar. Bring her back. And I know Light Skin Keisha would never do this show again. But yeah, just bring them back. And we got some. And if you want to bring back Jigglypuff, aka, Shakana, you can. You can. Jessica brings nothing. Listen, I know she don't, because I've been questioning myself. So let me just tell you, I'm sounding like a contradiction because I always say, why is Jessica here? Why is Jessica here? And I still kind of feel that way, but in the same breath, it's kind of like she kind of says things in a moment that she don't need to be saying, and that brings drama. So I could keep Jessica. So, but I definitely want Tokyo back. I need Tokyo back. I need her back. So, yeah. So that's pretty much it. So with that being said, before we go, we talked about this earlier. You guys know that my book comes out a week from today. Okay. It comes out a week from today. And I'm very excited about this. Y'all do know that writing is my first love. It comes before anything, before my so, you know, my quote unquote media career or YouTube career, whatever you want to call it. Writing is my first love. It's always been that way. And I'll be doing some interviews on YouTube promoting this book. And all I need for you guys to do is just go and show up and show out for me when it's time for these interviews to come out. We need the Scotty Gang to be loud and clear. But my book comes out on September the 23rd, and it will be on Amazon and Kindle books. So make sure you guys pick it up. We got to make that top 80. So let's do that, okay? And you still got time to pre-order if you want a physical signed copy. The pre-orders is through PayPal if you want a physical signed copy. I should be getting those books in the mail within the next couple of days. They may be coming. They said they'll be here between the 21st through the 23rd for the pre-orders and stuff like that. So yeah, I got to mail those out by myself. I'm actually not looking forward to that, but yes, yeah. So you still got time to pre-order, and the pre-order is available from Kindle and Amazon. All you gotta do is go on Amazon, type in the name of the book, and it'll pop up. So with that being said, you guys, this is your boy Scotty by nature. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, I am out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow for Salt Lake City, and I will see you guys for Yes for the Mess. I'm out of here, y'all. Until next time, bye.
Cause I know what I want. I guess I could pray to the man up above. Start a new path with unconditional love. I can build a new life out of this mess. Moving on to a place free from the stress. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. All of my life, and you know it hit the worst when it starts with the night. I'm the type of nigga shit that can speak for itself. See, I'm a bad little nigga with his heart as well. Say it best from the heart, so it beating is felt. Just a sense to see you smile, so my body can melt. With the cause is dealt, nigga, I was just wishing. Can I be the only bad bitch that you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like?